Today I'm going to fly aboard Korean Air's brand new business class, and I will experience its features and flaws, and I will get a taste of Korean Air's service and especially the food. Come with me on this cultural experience flight from Hong Kong to Seoul Incheon. Good morning from Hong Kong International Airport, and also welcome to one of my all-time favorite airports, as Hong Kong International Airport is flooded with natural light, spacious, and most of the time the airport processes such as security check and immigration are efficient and friendly. Today I'm gonna fly Korean Air, and it's been like a decade since I flew Korean Air last time, so I'm very excited to try them out. Check-in row G I have to find. Is it not G? I have to check again, because Korean Air is not here. It says check-in G, so maybe I'm too early. Let's find out. Well, as so often, I wasn't looking all the way to the end. It was there all the time, I just did not go to the right spot of the row G. I'm getting old. Here it is. And since I'm in business class today, I actually can check in the business class row, or the so-called SkyPriority row. That's the one I mean. All checked in. Well, I checked in online, but I just wanted to make sure I don't need a voucher for the lounge. Anyway, I'm on my way to security and immigration, and see you later in the lounge. Wow, I love Hong Kong Airport. Security was such a breeze, even though there were quite many people. I was through in minutes. Even when they had to take out one of my bags because of liquids inside. Just wanted to check something, because you're not supposed to remove liquids from the bag with this new system. And immigration also like 30 seconds, and I was through. So here I am in the Plaza Premium First Class Lounge, which is the contact lounge for Korean Air business class passengers. Breakfast is sorted, and there was even a live cooking station further back in the lounge. After my lounge breakfast, I headed straight to the Sky Bridge, as I see my Korean ride today has just landed. And here it is, my ride to Seoul today. A perfect parking spot. This is the best view of an aircraft that I'm about going to fly on that I ever had. I think that's gonna be a very easy thumbnail for this video. So I booked this flight with Korean Air about 2 months ago, when I thought it was gonna be operated by a 747-8, which was the primary reason why I booked Korean Air to Seoul today. And maybe 2 weeks ago I got an information that my seat got changed because of an aircraft change. So I was like, oh no, and I checked my booking, and then I saw the 747-8 is now going to be a 787-10. I mean, a -10 787 is also nice, but it's not a 747. So that was a bit of a disappointment. Anyway, I'm looking forward to this flight with Korean Air in business class, because so far I've only flown in economy class with Korean Air. This sky bridge here at Hong Kong International Airport is so cool. It's like an aviation geek's heaven. Oh, by the way, this one here is a made in China Comac 919. I have tested this one a few months ago. Maybe check out my video about it if you like. I can't get enough of this view, this perspective. By the way, this sky bridge you can only access when you are airside, which means you most likely will at least need a boarding pass to enjoy the view from up there. It's time to head to the gate, and it is already right here. One of the first gates close to the lounge. I still have a few minutes, so there's no rush. Flying in business class means I may use the benefits of the SkyPriority handling, which also means I am one of the first to board the aircraft. I love these glass jet bridges that provide me with this view of an aircraft I'm about to board. The welcome was very friendly and enthusiastic, and my seat was just around the corner in the last row of this shiny new looking business class cabin. 16B is my seat today. The middle row looks ideal when traveling as a couple, I can see. Welcome on board this beautifully looking business class cabin. I think it even has a sliding door to close the compartment. And on my seat I found this pillow and also a blanket. I think the flight today is only 3 or 4 hours, maybe 4.5, I'm not quite sure, I will find out soon. And otherwise I'm quite impressed by what I see. I'll show you more. So there's also the headphones branded by Korean Air. And look at this massive size of an IFE screen. This is my fairly large hand. I think it's one of the largest screens I have seen in a business class. This here is the legroom. I can't even reach the end, but of course I'm not in the laying position right now. So I've just been greeted by the cabin manager, and I also made sure with him regarding filming, so it's all fine. And I was asked to look at the prestige class menu for today's flight, and it's going to be Hong Kong to Seoul, the light meal. So it's my turn to choose something. Yeah, I'll go for the bibimbap. What's quite nice is they offer a wine pairing to whatever you choose. So for the bibimbap, they offer the Chateau de Jean-Griffe Caroline, a white wine. A bit further in the back in the menu, I see also the champagne and the wines they have. There's more on this page as well. Just pause if you want to see more. In here I find the safety card of this Boeing 787-10.
Juice, champagne, water.
Juice, please. Okay, thank you.
What about snack?
Okay, thank you. So I was just offered a welcome drink and a little snack. Cheers to a pleasant flight to Seoul. And fairly quickly we were on our way, as the boarding process seemed to have been completed within only a few minutes. I not only like the airport infrastructure and services quite a bit, but also the traffic I can observe at Hong Kong International Airport. Truly an aviation geek's heaven. By the way, have you already subscribed to my channel? If not, please consider doing so. We are on our way to Seoul on board this Korean Air Boeing 787-10, which is the longest 787 version you can find at the moment on the market. While we are taxiing to the runway, let's see what else we have beside the library here. So there's a bottle of water and some house shoes, which I will use after takeoff. This here is the left armrest, and right above it I have all the seat controls, cabin attendant call button and the light switches as well. And then we have this very big surface. Okay, we are about to take off, so we will continue the seat tour after takeoff. Time to slip into the provided house shoes, which are quite often provided on Asian airlines, which is quite nice. I mean, they feel comfortable, but maybe 2 or 3 sizes larger would have been better. boarding was super efficient, almost a little bit too efficient because I wasn't able to finish the sea tour. Once I sat down, it was a matter of minutes when we already pushed back, and then the taxi to the runway was also like not more than 5 minutes. Continuing our sea tour, this here looks like a wireless charging station, and underneath I find some USBs, I think it's USB-C ports, isn't it? And a headphone socket. And I quite like this cupboard here. It looks much bigger than it actually is because I checked it out before when I filled it up. So we have a control device, which I will check out a bit later. Then this is the cupboard itself, where I put my vlogging stuff and the headphones. And there's a little mirror. I think this is probably the IFE control. I definitely haven't seen this kind of IFE control so far. And I think this is a touchpad. I'm gonna try it out. It responds very well to where I want it to go, and then I guess I just click and yeah, it works well. I'm surprised. And up here on the right I have additional light controls. Intensity and different directions. And since we are obviously airborne, I'm gonna try out the lounge position. That is quite a steep lounge position. I almost feel like I'm in a flatbed or in a 1990s business class. I really like the finishes of this business class cabin. It's really elegant in my opinion. Very beautiful product. It looks brand new to me. This here seems to be the table.
This is what you're coming.
Okay, thank you. Oh, I just got served the hot, wet hand towel. So let's continue with the table. I think I have to pull it out a bit. Here we go. Oh wow. Okay, and okay, I have never seen this kind of table, but it seems practical, and I can push it back inside if I need to leave the seat. This table has quite a range. I'm almost too fat to sit here. I think this here is a tablet holder. So far I find this cabin really nice. This carpet here looks almost like a mini fridge, doesn't it? How cool would that be? So by the way, I'm sitting on 16B like Bravo, despite being next to the window, so somebody would expect maybe that should be an A. The reason is this business class has a B, which means all the A's they have this, or the mini bar next to the aisle, and I have it next to the window. So it's like a staggered window seat. So in short, some window seats are closer to the aisle and some are closer to the window. And mine is closer to the aisle, so it's B. I see lunch is on the way and I'm looking forward to try out the Korean Air business class cuisine. I have received my appetizer, smoked salmon with feta cheese. So I didn't like the appetizer too much, but not because of the quality of the meal, more because I don't like feta cheese too much and I don't like olives at all. Next is gonna be, oh yeah, you can take it. Next is gonna be a cream of green pea soup. I hope I'm gonna like that a bit more. So I have received, I think that's green pea soup. Doesn't look like that though, but I will find out shortly. And I also received, is this kimchi? I'm not sure, is it kimchi? Maybe you can tell me. Anyway, and I received bibimbap and I quickly checked in with the cabin attendant how to eat it correctly. I mean, I've eaten bibimbap before, but I'm not quite sure if I ate it correctly. Now I know, so I'm looking forward to try it. I was also recommended to try this spicy sauce, just a little bit, not to spoil the dish. And it indeed added a bit of spice, but luckily not too much. Well, this is definitely not a green pea soup, unless green pea means fish in Korean, but it's very tasty. I asked the cabin crew, which by the way is super friendly and helpful, what I do with the seaweed. So they said some Koreans put it into the bibimbap and some eat it just like a snack. So I'm going to do both. I put some into my dish and also I will snack on them a bit later or now. Salty, but I like it. Dessert has arrived, the Häagen-Dazs vanilla ice cream, and I also got some tea. And I just saw that Korean Air actually provides instructions how to eat the Korean meals on board. Well, I wish I had seen that before. So with dinner out of the way, let's have a look at the bathroom. Here we of course have a mirror and, as expected, there's also a sink with liquid soap. Tissues, a body lotion and an air refreshener. This here seems to be a mouthwash, baby changing table and the dunny. I also can find some cups here. As you can see, this brand new, so-called Prestige Suite 2.0 is arranged in a one-to-one layout, and it is currently only available on Korean Air's Boeing 787-10. The Boeing 777 is supposedly the next aircraft to receive this Prestige Suite 2.0. I think many of you already note that the windows of the Boeing 787 can be electronically dimmed. So there's no physical window shade or window blind. I'm not quite a fan of this system because you can still look outside, and if it's very bright outside you still get a bit too much light if you want to sleep, for example. But it does its job when it comes to at least make it a bit less bright. And now what some of you have been waiting for, the IFE system. So I am here at the menu. Actually, that's the menu already. So we have movies, TV shows, audio, kid stuff, kids shows, kids audio, in-flight Wi-Fi, how to connect. This is most likely the moving map. And here we have also an overview of how the seat works. So if you go to the Prestige Suite 2.0, that's what I'm sitting on. So here we have basically a manual on how to use it and what we have. So going back, it also explains this 3-point belt that I was wearing before for takeoff. And the 321neo seems to have a Prestige sleeper seat and economy class also as an explanation. Let's go back to the entertainment section, the movies. I'll quickly scroll through very fast. So as you know, you just pause if you want to see something more closely. But I think it's quite it's quite a generous selection of movies. I think it's mixed Korean, maybe even Chinese, Hollywood, Bollywood, I don't know, maybe too. So it's quite a variety. And then if we look at the TV shows, so that's the choice we have here. I wonder if we find Big Bang Theory. Of course, here it is. And there's of course much more. Oh yeah, so unfortunately this flight is way too short to even watch a few episodes. Then we have the audio. Only thing important for me is the EDM section because that's my kind of music. I hope it's in focus. I'm just adjusting my camera. Yeah, so here we go. And I think I can choose the genre. So do we have electronic music? it seems not. Oh, by the way, if you wonder why it's tilted now, we are doing a slight curve and I'm using a gimbal, so the gimbal is staying flat even when the airplane is doing the curve. That's why it's moving a bit, so I have to adjust again. So, where were we? Let's go back to the main audio we checked. Kid stuff, I don't go too much into this section because 99.9% of my viewers are not kids. I think I show you the moving map. I mean, I tried it before and I saw it's super responsive and very interactive. So look at this, I can zoom in. So yeah, here we go. So we are approaching Jeju Island in South Korea soon. I mean, we are landing in 1 hour almost. And down there after takeoff, see this funny curve? I think we had some weather there that the pilot tried to avoid. Well, that's about it for the IFE. And let me know in the comments if you think I should focus on something in particular when I go through the IFE systems. So far, I have not figured out how to close the suite. So I just asked the cabin attendant regarding the sliding doors, and she said that it's not working as it should at the moment. So also because it's a very new cabin and new aircraft, I think it will probably be deployed later in the maturity of the aircraft and this cabin. One thing we haven't checked yet is the bed. So the bed can be deployed by just pressing this button once, and it will start the whole process automatically. So I'm in a full flat position now and I can fully stretch. And since I'm almost 2 meters, I would say the bed overall is about 2 meters long. So plenty of space, which is very nice. But I can imagine I can sleep pretty well here. And here are 2 hidden buttons that you only can reach when in laying position. And while looking to the ceiling now, I see we don't have individual air fans, but reading lights. I see on our way to Seoul Incheon, we are overflying Jeju Island. And I'm actually going to be in Jeju Island tomorrow because I want to fly the world's last Boeing 767-300 non-ER. So if you don't want to miss out on that video, maybe consider subscribing to my channel for this and many other upcoming videos. We are landing in about 45 minutes, so I'm gonna work a little bit on my travel diary and I will be back with you when we are approaching Seoul Incheon. So we're already descending towards Seoul Incheon and I guess I have to take my seat ready. Oh, it's already up. So to quickly summarize my experience on board this Korean Air Boeing 787-10 in the business class, or as they call it, the prestige class. I really liked the hard product. I mean, the plane is very nice. It's very new. It almost has a new aircraft or new car smell, if you could say that. So the seat is super clean. Everything is in working order, and I like the design and the colors. So it was very enjoyable just to be in this environment. The crew was very nice. The crew was also very helpful and understanding when I was asking all the questions about how to eat bibimbap, for example, and why the door was not working and so on. So they were very accommodating. The food was nice. I mean, I did not like everything that was served, but that's just my personal taste. So it's not something the airline can change unless they would have a different choice of appetizers, which I had only one choice on this flight, but it's fine. I mean, we're talking about a 3-hour flight. So overall, would I fly or pay money for this prestige class Korean Air again? Oh, we're in a curve again. Absolutely, yes. I mean, of course, at the end, it depends on the price tag. This price tag was around $400 for this 3-hour flight in this prestige class from Hong Kong to Seoul, which I thought was okay. I mean, I booked it because I wanted to fly the 747-8, which didn't work out this time. Yet, I had a good experience on board and I can recommend it. But of course, it all comes down to the willingness to pay, if somebody wants to spend $400 for a 3-hour business class flight or not. Yeah, I can see that's a fairly wet welcome. Wow, that was a wet landing, but welcome to South Korea. Thank you for watching all the way to this point, and maybe consider leaving a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, I would love you to subscribe to my channel. It would help me so much to improve and maybe to even grow my channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time, bye for now.
잠시만요.